where the bad pianos start to show. Keys all out of tune, just watch them go. Welcome to Adam and Joe talking nonsense on the Outside Scoop podcast show.
Welcome to episode 11 of the Outside Scoop with me, Joe.
And me, Adam.
Legs 11, eh?
Oi.
Here we are.
Figures, son.
It's been, I know we're only 11 episodes in, but it's been a journey.
It's been great fun.
I think we've refined some aspects.
I've struggled with, basically I fidget. So the microphone's never in front of my face, which is why it's not great. It sounds like we've got one microphone between two people. But
yeah, sometimes it's like you're on the other side of the room, isn't it?
Yeah, which I usually am from the microphone because I won't stop moving.
But I think it's... I don't want to say evolved, because we're still... For people listening, we've done these episodes in the space of, what, a fortnight?
Yeah.
So it's not months and months of work.
It's not months of work. It's quite a few hours work, though.
Yeah.
Including, I mean, they ain't edited that intensely, but every episode does. The only one that didn't get edited was the game episode 10.
I think it's just the interruptions,
Yeah.
which the editing is.
I try and knock them out.
And
sometimes I forget.
And when your phone...
Oh, my phone's definitely on loud.
Is it?
I'll do that now, shall I? Okay, we put the phone on silent.
There we go.
There we go. Some professionalism around here.
Professionalism. It's fine. I think the more I think about it, the more authentic I'd like us to be.
I think this is, the phone's ringing in the background is funny.
Yeah.
Because it's just us, isn't it?
And just how unscripted it all is.
Yeah.
And when we eventually get it on a video camera,
we should be soon. We've got.
I think you'll
some
see
ideas for a set, and
yeah. You'll see how unedited it will be. I think by the time we start videoing, we'll be able to almost just punch out 45 minutes without any edits. Because we won't mess anything up.
Yeah, and where we're moving to, there shouldn't be any interruptions.
Yeah.
It's out of the way. So.
Close the door. There'll be no phones ringing.
Yeah.
And it'll be good fun.
Well, more fun than it is now.
Yeah.
And it's
so,
really fun.
Episode 11, here we go.
Here we go. What are we talking about today, Joe?
Well, I think we could talk about new jobs and new beginnings.
Very topical.
Very topical.
For those who don't know, which, well...
Everyone will, because there's only 5 people listening.
Yeah, everyone will, because it's your mum, my mum, your kids, your wife, and my wife pretends to. So, there we go. And they all know.
Yeah.
This might be news for your mum. Maybe your mum doesn't know I've got a new job.
Oh, no. Now she knows.
Now she knows. Right, so this is just for you, Joe's mum.
So you've left one firm and you've kind of stayed within the industry you're in, but now you're up in the big boys. You like to think the big players.
I won't be saying any business names.
No,
but those who know. I was a contractor. I'm a building surveyor, so my job is to look at the buildings and tell people what's wrong with them and how to fix it. Sometimes people want to understand what's wrong with them more than how to fix it, and sometimes it's the other way around. And the job is really understanding what people need to know. When we moved up here, I got a role at a small housing association in Cumbria. They were good. They were a good association, actually. They were a little unorganised at times, but all in all, it was a net positive experience. But I only had a 1-year contract with them, so it was time to move on as contracts run out, and I basically tripped up. And when I stood back up, I was working for one of the largest housing associations in the country. So I've gone from working as a surveyor for a small firm down south to getting client side, as we call it, and working for a small housing association to, I'm with one of the biggest organisations out there now. It wasn't until the other day I realised who they were. That they've changed their name. This might be letting on too much, but they've changed their name. So I didn't realise who they were, and it was the other day I looked at some documentation they had, and it clicked in my head. I was like, oh. Oh right, okay. How did I do this then? That's interesting. So yeah, but they're a really it's really exciting, really interesting. So
Yeah, it's been a while since I've had a job.
it's got to be 10 years now, isn't it?
Yeah, been self-employed.
Sort of a self-employed entrepreneur.
I don't like the term
I
entrepreneur.
know you don't like it. That's why I said it.
I don't like that term. I don't know what it is. It reminds me of things like The Apprentice or...
Yeah, I see what you mean.
You know,
I think entrepreneur is a good description of it, though. I know you don't like the word, but I think...
I don't like the associations, I think.
No, but...
The words become... You see, like, people online and...
They get tainted with, like, you know,
Yeah.
boss girl and boss man and,
Yeah,
you know, going out and forging your own...
yeah.
When really it's like, no, I just don't want to work for anyone.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Isn't
And I think that's it. You just...
I don't want to get told to do what it is. You don't want to get told by somebody who's paying you to do something. You want to get told by somebody who you have to pay to do something.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah. You want to give the money away, not take it.
Yeah, yeah. I pay them. They tell me what to do.
Exactly.
But no, I've so I haven't sort of had, well, not had to, but I haven't applied for a job or done the whole 9 to 5 thing for probably 10 years.
Well, you've had some great, some good opportunities come up.
Yeah, it's been ups and downs, and
there's always ups and downs, but you've always
whatnot.
pushed yourself and found the next opportunity.
Yeah, and I think, but if I go back to sort of applying for jobs, the interview process, first day in the office, that's always interesting, isn't it? The first day in the office, you try and scope out the who's who and
so
where the cliques are, and
yeah,
because it's always going to be offices can be like playgrounds.
Well, they can be. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they definitely can. There's always a veil of everyone's welcome, isn't there? But you can see like, hang on a minute, your friends were there. You over there, you two are up to something. Those four over there go on holiday together.
Yeah.
You know, there's always that, isn't there? My experience of offices actually is probably completely opposite to yours.
Yeah.
Because you've done, you did proper office work up until about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Whereas I was the complete opposite. I'd barely even stepped in an office 10 years ago.
Yeah.
My experience of offices is they're quite empty places most of the time now.
Yeah.
They're not the hustle and bustle centre of a business.
I suppose your real office experience has been in this post-COVID world, hasn't it?
Yeah. My professional life, let's say, started 7, 8, 9 years ago, around that. And yeah, there was offices, but I was involved with a small contracting firm, so we didn't have a big office. There was 5 chairs in the office. It was just a small place. And yeah, my real experience of offices in established businesses, really, since it's all been post-COVID, and most of the time they're desolate. There's no one in them. The amount of times I've been into these offices and gone, where is everyone?
Yeah.
You'll always get the customer service team in there because it's easier for them to sit in there and use, the phone lines and stuff. But even IT, the amount of times you go in there and like, there's no one from IT here, you've got to ring them up. So, but then I suppose that's the wonder of modern business, isn't it? Is you can do this stuff from anywhere in the world almost.
Yeah.
Can't you?
Yeah, hybrid working or working from home.
Yeah.
And there's a big pushback from other companies, isn't there, to return people to the office?
There's a lot of companies that want people to go into the office, but in my industry, there's none of that.
Yeah.
In fact, in my industry, you'd struggle to do the job if you had to go to the office every day. But my office is 3 hours away from where I live.
So you can't go.
So I couldn't do it.
No.
It's half a tank of diesel every day, or it's, I don't know, a 3.5 hour train ride each way.
Yeah.
It's too much to do. And which would then mean they've got to set up an office here for me to get to. It's got to be reasonably close, isn't it?
Yeah.
And at that point, it's not worth doing.
No.
Is it? Yeah, work from home. There you go.
Yeah, I always quite enjoyed working in an office, and I think if I was in that kind of job now, I wouldn't want to be going there every day. But
It's nice to have the option.
nice to have the option and just sort of catch up with people and get FaceTime with people. It's always a good thing, and I think it's good for it's like office and company politics, isn't it? I think if you want to get that promotion or move on up, you've got to be seen.
I think
in
so.
real life, I think, and this working from home, you don't have those little. It's those little conversations. You can talk to your direct subordinates
and making a coffee for your manager.
Yeah,
and then that comes the other way. One day, your manager comes in. Do you want a cup of coffee?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'll have a cup of coffee, and then they make a cup of coffee, and then you chat for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It could be about anything, but it's all about how they remembered.
Yeah.
I don't think the office is quite as competitive as it used to be. Everything in my experience is quite regimented.
Yeah.
In that, say there's an internal job application come out, and they're going from, let's keep it simple, there's a job application, there's a job out there for a senior building surveyor. They won't promote someone into it. It will just be, right, if anybody fancies it, apply for it. And they weigh you up on your merits, and you still got to do an interview and everything. There's none of this automatic promotion anymore.
Yeah.
Not in my business anyway. Businesses. So yeah.
Yeah. And just having those little chats with managers or your manager's manager or the owner or just anybody else really.
They're the really good bits as well. We tend to get this with any meetings that we have. We did a big meeting last week, and in that we was able to meet up with basically everyone above us. So my manager was there, the manager's manager was there, the area manager was there, but also the department director was there, and the chief executive. So, and we was able to say hello, and I sat down and had lunch with the chief exec. So.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like that. That's the good stuff. And I don't think you would get that quite so often if everybody was in the office. It creates these opportunities, doesn't it?
What? So you think that the hybrid?
I think the hybrid
makes more opportunities when you're in an office.
It doesn't make more opportunities. It makes the opportunities you get more valuable.
Right. Okay.
So if the chief exec lives in their office at the end, they've got a little glass cabinet at the bottom there, looking over the river or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're in there at 7 a.m. every day, and they leave at 4 every single day. And you turn up at 8, leave at 10 to go do surveys or whatever, come back for an hour, leave again, come back, wrap up and go home. I think it could be taken advantage. Not advantage. That's the wrong word. Taken for granted that the chief exec's up there or the director of the department's up there, and you don't take that opportunity to even just introduce. Say, hi, I'm Adam. This is what I do, and then they go, oh yeah, because they're there all the time. You never think about it. Whereas if you only see these people 2 or 3 times a year, I've always taken the opportunity to make myself known.
Yeah.
Go, hi, how you doing, Dave? Oh, Adam, isn't it? And you get that, and then that way they remember the instances rather than the constants.
Yeah.
You know?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's how I feel. Anyway.
Yeah.
I was never in an office really when everybody was in them.
No.
So I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think working from home, you don't get the post-work drinks. You don't get what the French call the sans cassette, 5 to 7 between finishing work and going home.
No.
And having just a little social. Sure, the guys that you work with, these aren't lifelong friends. They're just people that are just there on the journey. Pick them up. You're there. You hang out with them for a couple of years.
Drop them off.
And then you go, oh yeah, keep in touch. You leave job. Oh yeah, keep in touch. Keep in touch.
You never do.
No one does.
No.
It might be a text every now and again. How you doing? But
a text every now and again might be enough though.
Yeah, but you never meet up these people again. In my experience anyway.
Yeah, but you're a miserable bastard.
Oh, I'm miserable. I don't need people.
No, well, neither do I. I've got the people around me that I need.
Yeah.
I don't need anything else. I don't need anything else. We don't have a big, 40, 50 people friends group because It's just ag.
Too many birthdays to remember.
Oh God, can you imagine how much money we spend on bloody birthdays?
Oh God.
And the problem is that you own a pub. They'd all be in here drinking on you for free, and you've already got one mate that does that. That's enough.
Yeah. But yeah, new job. So just figuring it all out. It's quite exciting, isn't it? And learning, getting the office politics or even the company politics and what you can and can't get away with.
Yeah,
and...
I used to find it hugely intimidating and scary, quite frankly, starting a new job.
Yeah.
But I seem to have got in the habit of doing it in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So I think the last job that I had, that was like a new type of, new feelings, new scary feelings, because I've never worked in that professional environment.
Yeah.
I tell you the biggest difference that I've had as well, from where I was, which was contractor side, to where I am now, which is client side. And I don't mean this in a rude way. The amount of women I work with now, contractor side, you don't work with any women.
Yeah.
No women at all on contractor side, and if there is, it's usually the director's wife, or it's one of the bloke's sister who does a bit of admin or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the amount of women that I work with now it's incredible. So one of the biggest things I've noticed.
Oh really?
It's one of the biggest things I've noticed. That's
whatever that means.
Well, I don't mean anything by it. I just mean it's a real culture shock's the wrong word. I wasn't expecting so many women to have, because from the contractor side you get the impression that there are no women in this industry.
Yeah.
You get the impression, because there are none contractor side. Like I said, it's it's a bloke's sister, or it's the director's wife and stuff like that. And so you don't get women go for these roles on the contractor side. But yeah, client side, it's over 50%, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah,
the thing is, every work environment I've been in has always been 50-50.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not on the contractor side. No, it's really, which, like I say, just an interesting thing I've noticed.
Yeah.
That's what I've noticed. But going into, where I am now on the client side, it's understanding it's a different environment.
Yeah.
Contractor side is still quite laddish, and you go client side, and I don't just mean because there's women working there, but you go client side and you feel. I mean, I quite liked it, but you definitely feel like, I get to be professional now.
Yeah.
I don't have to jostle about and pump my chest up and be heard in a meeting. Now everybody is quite fair and we're professional and we talk to each other politely, and
it's not lads.
No, it's not lads. All right, son.
Yeah.
It's not like throwing bricks at each other.
Oh, remember last week when you threw that brick at Adam? Got him right in the face like this.
We did used to throw bricks at each other. That is part of sight, Yeah.
God, yeah, broke his nose there, didn't we?
You just throw them at each other's chests and backs.
God, he was laughing, weren't he?
Yeah. It's not a hole.
Through the blood.
It's called a brick bat. It's where it's half a brick basically. I mean, I'm not making it any better, but you do throw stuff like that at each other. Yeah. You don't throw at each other's head.
No.
But you walk past and you just, throw a brick at each other or something. I don't know, but that's the point. You don't do that in an office.
You don't do that in an office.
You don't do that.
Might be a paper airplane go across the floor, but...
if you're in the office.
Yeah, if you're carrying around half a brick and you knocked it around Sandra's head...
Lob it in Marjorie's head. Throw it in her face.
I don't quote me on this, I think there might be a disciplinary.
Yeah, I've heard this word a few times. Never directed at me, but I have heard this word.
This whole thing. And of course, the most exciting thing about a new job is your first paycheck. Exciting, maybe not the right word. There's a lot of anticipation about your first paycheck. You've been offered this new job, you're getting more money or whatever it is, and then you're like, right, what is that actually going to mean when I get my first paycheck? Sometimes it's disappointment. Sometimes it's, That's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, oh, didn't think I was going to get that much.
As long as it's what you expect, it's all right, isn't it?
And you have that funny time between leaving the job and starting a new job, and
It always costs a lot of money to start a new job as well.
it depends if it works. Yeah, sometimes it can work out quite well if you've got a lot of holiday left over from an old job. Then you get paid your holiday, you get paid your your whatever it is,
Well,
and then you
I've
start
just
your
had
new
exactly
job.
that. I've had a load of holiday paid back to me,
Yeah,
and the wage that I earn.
yeah,
So it's like, oh, hang on a minute, this month's a bit of a bonus month. Actually,
Yeah.
we've won this month.
Yeah.
Got an extra few quid,
and you can't do that every month.
which
You
has
can't-
already been spent on Jags and motorbikes.
Well, of course, the money
you know.
spent.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gone.
money spent before you bought it, but before you've earned it. Sorry, but
Yeah, that's the most exciting part, isn't it? Of these new jobs.
yeah.
Well, not the most exciting part, but it's something anyway. And that's it really.
Yeah, it's a funny world though, starting new jobs, isn't it? It's you feel like you've done it, and then you've got to do it again,
And again,
and then you've got to do it, and it's like you never actually stop starting jobs.
no, it's not like, I wouldn't say our parents, but maybe our grandparents. They started a job when they were 14,
And just did it. Well,
and they
you
did it
say
till
that,
they.
none
Yeah.
of my grandparents have ever done that.
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Generally speaking,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
did a job for life.
Yeah.
You went into that
Well,
office.
that's sort of what traditional was. It I've left college as an accountant, and now
Yeah.
I'm an accountant for the rest of my life.
I'm not going to be with this firm.
Could you imagine that?
I'm going to give them 25, 35 years. I mean, it's 25 years for them, weren't it? Get your golden Rolex at the end of it, and a nice pension,
Get
and
your carriage clock and a
and
pension.
everyone's happy.
And it's the 1970s, and you're paying 30p a litre for fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the 80s came round, and no, we need more
More
profit, more shareholder value.
Won't talk about that today.
That's a different conversation for a different time. I
entirely
wonder
different
how many
conversation.
times we've said that.
Probably 2 or 3 times every episode.
Oh dear.
Okay, I think I'll be it for today.
Yeah, that was a good one. Thanks for listening.
Oh, subscribe.
Oh yes. So we've done a little bit of research, and we've worked out that if we don't ask people to like, subscribe, and share, people don't.
Yeah.
So we are going to have to be those annoying YouTubers that say, "Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share."
So there's a video on the a button on the video, or whatever,
Well, it's
or
below
maybe
the video. I haven't worked out how to put it on yet.
find the button.
Yeah,
Subscribe.
If you can find the button and do the thing, which is the liking, the subscribing, and if you don't mind the sharing, then yeah, because we've had a few videos with quite a lot of views and no subscribers
Yeah.
come out of it.
And
in fact, one video we lost the subscribers.
We
So
did.
I don't know what we said. It'd be interesting to find out what we said, wouldn't it?
So do subscribe.
Yep.
If
do
you're
like.
if you're still listening, subscribe.
Yeah, do it now. We'll give you 10 seconds. So you reduce the window, you pressed escape, you've reduced the window. All right, and just below is a little box that says subscribe. Click. You've clicked the subscribe button. Now you've clicked the like button, haven't you? Click. Oh, lovely job. You're doing well.
And if you're on your phone, I'll do it now.
Joe's doing it right now. He's going to walk
So
you through it.
so you go. Let's load up a video. Let's start this one here. And
Me, Joe.
so we just started the video, and you click on our channel name, the Outside Scoop,
Yeah.
and there's a nice button there that says subscribe.
There you go.
Give that a tap,
Give that a little tippy tap. There you go.
and we'll see you next time.
That was Outside Scoopception. Thanks, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Where the bad pianos start to show, keys all out of tune, just watch 'em go.